Being Pinay is something that is ever evolving for me as I continue to explore the existential question, who am I? My name is Kat, pronoun she, they. I'm a Filipina-American interdisciplinary artist and embodied mover, healer, and human with a current focus on experimenting with film, photography, design, and movement. I currently live in New Jersey, also known as the territory of the Lenni Lenape people. My most recent work is an experimental film and project called Undertones. Being Pinay is something that is ever evolving for me as I continue to explore the existential question, who am I? Where I presently am in life, being Pinay means embracing the entirety of my roots and where I come from. And I'm by no means perfect at it. It's an ongoing process. There's this saying, have great respect for the past. If you don't know where you've come from, you don't know where you're going. And that is something that keeps me grounded in being Pinay and how it influences how I look at my relationships with myself and everything around me. I find inspiration from literally anything and everything. Lately, I've been finding that a lot of my inspiration has been coming from being outdoors in nature, music, traveling, exercising, being with my friends, hanging around with my mom, old family photo albums, installations, books, and just romanticizing life as much as I can. I'm currently reading this book called Lugar, which is this 400-page book consisting of essays on Philippine heritage and architecture, and it has my mind churning for sure. My creative process is pretty nonlinear, and this is something I learned to embrace over time. I don't force myself to create if I don't want to. I typically have a notebook or my iPhone Notes app or camera handy just to write down and document any ideas that come to me in any moment. I have an ongoing archive of photos, clips, pages from books, and single words or full-on entries that consist of just random ideas. When an idea has been lingering in my mind and I find synchronicities in the things around me that tell me it's time to bring it to fruition, then I take the opportunity to do so. It then turns into a mood board, a treatment, some research, and just going down all these rabbit holes of conversations with my friends, family, the internet, just to learn more about what I'm hyper-focused on at that time. For example, with Undertones, I went down the rabbit hole of the relationship with colors and sound and came across the term chromesthesia. I read a book called The Voice of the Body by Alexander Lowen that influenced the approach I took in directing movement for the film. And after sitting on an idea for a bit, I then bring in any interested collaborators who feel aligned to bring their spice and expand on the idea even further. Then from there comes any logistics and execution, which deserves its own segment. To keep it concise, my creative process involves a lot of trust in myself and others, understanding of intention and impact, synchronicity, intuition, and time for it all just to come together. Sometimes it's done overnight, and sometimes it's done in a span of 3 years. It all just depends on what I'm creating and the resources I have at any given moment. Celebrating Filipinx American History Month for me this year looks like digging into the books I bought on my recent trip to the Philippines, attending any local or nearby events, and also honoring my Lola's life and story as she recently passed away right before this month started.